Hi guys, welcome to my class. YouTube.com/blender classes. Basically what we're gonna do, we're gonna create a few models, but today's class will be a simple cupboard. So I will also be showing you how to add UV mapping on it, so you can add some texture on it to wherever you want. And I'm gonna be using this chair here to add some textures to the cupboard which I'm gonna be designing, but it's not gonna be as big as this. So first thing, this is my channel, youtube.com/blender classes. Don't forget to visit and vote. I already have my blender open. I'm gonna make this as simple as possible. First thing we're gonna do, have your box here and load factory settings. So you have the same factory setting as me. And what we're gonna do, the first thing is we're gonna have to make this scale this so it becomes smaller, so we can have like the cupboard look. So you go into the scale manipulator, make it smaller, you can zoom in a bit with your mouse and extrude it a little bit here. Looks fine. See, that looks fine. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna go into edit mode, which is right here. Basically this lets you edit the cube which you're gonna be transforming into a cupboard. And now we're gonna go into the face selection mode, which is right here. Basically this gives you the option of selecting all of these dots that you see, so you can make it bigger and smaller. So we're going to do press A to select all, and just press A to select and deselect. So you click this. Oh, my mistake. Press E and extrude it up. Say to about here. That's fine. Remember, we're not going to make it as this. Trying to make it as simple as possible. So what we're going to do now, we're going to do a loop cut in the cupboard, so we can have a top as the same as the bottom. So you just, on your mouse in edit mode, you hold Control R and you have the loop cut come here, so you place it right there. That looks fine. And we're going to do one for the middle. Control R again and click again. So now we have like a structure here for the cupboard. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna create should we create some feet? Yes, why not? Nah, maybe not. Okay, now what we're gonna do, a little trick which I do, we're gonna select everything. You hold A again to select everything, and you press Control E. Once you do this, you can mark seam, which you see this icon here, mark seam. You click it, and as you can see that everything has been, all the lines have been highlighted in red. Basically this is gonna be ready to be unwrapped, so you can add some texture on it. So now what we're gonna do, see this icon here, we click it and we go to UV editing, which is right here. Once you go to UV editing, you can see this here. And now this is important, guys, you have to listen. You press U and unwrap. Now you can see that all our faces that we've got that we can edit has showed up here on your map. And now what we have to do next is very important. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna do new, and then you click to OK. And now we're gonna add your image. So we do image, open image, new image. Sorry, my mistake. Open image. And now you have to find where you've got your image, where you have your textures. So my one will be in the desktop Blender classes, the LR cupboard, and I'll click it twice. And as you can see, we've got our image here. So now what we're gonna do, if you wanna see how your cupboard will look, we can go to, actually, let's not do that yet. What we're gonna do now, we've got this here, so we're gonna have to align all of our faces into this image where we want everything to show. So we go back and click this icon at the top and we go back into the default mode. And you see the thing with Blender, you have to assign a material to your models so they show. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go here and look for the material. We have the material already here. So let me just enlarge this. So that's done. And we go into the textures and we have to put your texture into the image so it shows when you, hold on, where is it? Can delete this one. So you click new. Basically when you render, your texture has to show. So we click new and you see where it has cloud, you have to select it as image or movie. Once you select it as image or movie, you can scroll down where it's got the coordinates. You can click it and make a UV, and then go to open. You open your image again, like mine is going to be in the Blender classes, LR cupboard, and you can see it's here. And now we're showing in the material. So now if you take the texture paint, you can see that's showing like this, but that's not what we want. So we're gonna go and start adding the textures to the faces that we want. So we go back into the UV editing and we can start clicking faces by faces. So now we can it's on edit mode. So we can let's see, make this smaller. So we go into the face selection mode and we'll click the first one. This is the first one, as you can see, is here and it's highlighted here. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna click here and drag it to the point where you want it to show. So you drag it say to here, click here, oh, on this part, drag it to here, and this part, drag it so it goes to right here. Now we're gonna do this part. Basically it's gonna put the doors, the handles, which as you can see this is here, but we need it to go here. So we click this, bring it here. Oh, excuse my mouse, it's misbehaving. Okay, bring it there. And this one you can bring it here. And see when you can click the little vertex here, so you can see once you have it here, you can see how it looks. Actually, let's, okay, see now we've done these two. If you go to, I'll just show you, we go back into the default mode, and if you go to edit mode and we click texture paint, you can see that the cupboard has started to go into shape. So now we go back, let's go back into UV editing. And this one we can go to edit mode Now we're gonna click this, which is right here, but we don't want it there. So what we can do, we can click all of it. Oh, click all of it, and bring this here, this to here. Drag this one to here, and drag this one as well to here. And now we click this one, bring it to the bottom here. Don't worry, we'll check it and make sure that we don't put anything that we don't need. And this one you can bring it here, and this one bring it down. So you can zoom in, make sure that everything is aligned properly. As you can see, it's not. So you can just do one the way session. If we view it now, you can see that is not straight. So what we're gonna do, go back into edit mode, and check this one, and drag this up, and bring this up a bit, and this one. Okay, now as you can see, still not straight, because this is like this. So in fact, what we're gonna actually do, gonna click this, and we're gonna bring it here. So we have like the same as the other one. And bring it here. Now if you check the texture, can see that it's a bit better than how it was before. So now what we're gonna do, now go back into edit mode, just bring it up a bit so we don't get the white part. So now we can check the texture, and it looks like we're getting somewhere. As you can see, the cupboard. Okay, now what we're gonna do, go back into edit mode, which is right here, rotate this, click this middle icon, and line this up so comes here. Bring it down, bring this down, and as you can see, if you go to texture paint, looks like getting somewhere. We have to do the same to this side, and as this image doesn't have this side, we're gonna have to bring it here. Use the texture on this side of the cupboard, and now go back to edit mode. We click this. Oh, happened there. Okay, now we click this, click on your little vertex points and drag it. Click this part and drag it, and voila. Now we go back into texture. As you can see, we have this little cupboard looking like this. And now go back into edit mode. Click the top part, and what we're gonna do here, gonna drag this and bring it there, bring it there, bring this there, and bring this there. See, I wanna try catch this if you check the texture now, you can see that it's starting to show here. So go back into edit mode and just make this smaller. Okay, now we click this one here, we use the same as here, so it looks okay. Yeah, remember you have to place, so I'm not placing all the icons properly, but this is just to show you, and you have a rough idea on how to do it. And this mouse is misbehaving today for some reason. Okay, now if you view the texture paint, you can see that it's quite dark on this side, so we go back into edit mode. On this part, so we click this and we can bring it here, bring this here, bring this here, and bring it there with the texture. Oh, my legs. Okay, now we've got basically this part. We are gonna have to do it, but first let's go into the texture paint. Now go into edit mode. I want to do something here. Can click this, drag it here. If you know what I'm trying to do, is trying to get these doors. So if you go to the texture paint, you can see here that put that there. And now we go back into the edit mode. Click this. What we're gonna do now. Oh. Go back into edit mode. Bring it up. Texture mode. Now go back into edit mode. Just drag the points so we can get, I want to do the same to the other one, so it can actually look better than how it looks. So if you go to the texture, you can see, okay, yeah, Okay, now we go back into edit mode again. Click this. No, we don't need that one. That one can stay there. Click this and we what is it here? Bring this here. And see how it looks. Well, voila. Okay, it's not as still. Go back into the edit mode. See, all of these we can avoid them and do them later. So we'll do that. We'll carry on with this later. If you go to the checks here, we'll fix this later. And we'll fix this later. So now let's just add this part. So now you go back into edit mode. Click this face. So we can just assign the material same as here, because we don't have the back. We'll click this one here. Same thing. Can assign it to this side of the material so it looks the same. There. Click there. Now if you view the texture paint, you can see that starting to look like something. Excuse me a minute. Okay, now what we're gonna do, as you can see here, we have this settled. So we go edit mode. This section is done. So this section is done. This section, okay, is there. And now let's view our box, our cupboard in the back. What we can do now, just get this done properly. We have this, so we can just make it on this section here. It's fine. We can use this texture. So we can use that, that's fine, and this one we can use that, that's fine. So you see now, if we go back to default mode, and we have our box here. And if you go to texture paint, you can see that we have, I know it's not that great, but let's just fix this part here. We go back into UV editing again. Fix this one here, and we go to edit mode, and this section here is white, so we just bring it so it kind of has the same material as the other one. And if you view the texture paint, we kind of getting somewhere. Okay, basically this will give you a, let's just fix this. We fix this part here quickly. Oh, don't want to do that. Okay, go back into the edit mode, click this, can bring it here with the texture. Go back into the edit mode again. On this part here, you can just try bring it here so it kind of lines up, so we don't get that little dots. Okay, now we go back into the texture, and as you can see, we have a cupboard right here. I know it's not perfect, but looks good. Okay, now save this image. Image can actually save as I'll save it as cupboard 2. Save as image, and we go back into default mode. And as you can see, our cupboard is here. And now, just make this smaller. I know it's not perfect, but okay, now we go back into. Get out of my room! Get out! Get out! Excuse me, that was the kids. We go into edit mode and select all, deselect, go into object mode and just try to bring it. Oh, don't want to do that. Okay, bring it down so it just stays on the map. Right there. And what we're gonna do now, we're gonna add a plane, which is right here. Extrude it. And now bring it down, so we go back into the, press this icon here. Bring it here. This basically makes it better when you render the image. So now if you view the texture panes, you can see that's there. So we go back into object mode and we can just bring it here. Now what we're gonna do, edit mode. Now we'll go back into edit mode and we press F12. And as you can see, you have your cupboard, but we need to bring it down a little bit so it looks better. So we go back into, press escape, so we can go to object mode. Can bring the camera a bit out, and we can render again. See how it looks. Okay, now we have to bring it down again. So we bring it this way. We have to bring it up. Render it. And we have your working cupboard, as you can see. Let's do it again. So if we go this way, render, and finally we have your cupboard. Like I said, thank you for visiting my channel, and we'll be doing more classes very soon. Thank you very much. Remember, youtube.com/Blender classes. Thank you very much.